S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Oakland Raiders. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Ready? 125. Check 56.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Ready to go.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
Working out of the gun, Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Ready? Flag. What is that?
15. Check my 15.
Hey, stop.
Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Follow.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Jameis to throw it. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Gay's kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up. To the 26.
You better come out next time, son.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
You don't want none.
808. Hey, Charlie.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
734. Hey, Haywood.
Shotgun now for Carr. That's complete to Trenton Cannon, the running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Jacobs now. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 16-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Kill, turn up. Alert flare. 51 to Mike. 51 to
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 7-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a carry here for their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Watch the curve.
From the gun, it's Carr. Gets it to his running back, Cannon. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Break. One day, down. 180. Here we go, team. Here we go.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Down. 180.
Black spot forward. I'm here all day.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it, just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
On 3rd down, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Pulled in at the 24. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Now, 180. 180, we're good. 185, 182.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
At the Buccaneers' 38-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Running is Jacobs. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go. And read.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun. Carr. He's going to let it go. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Let's go.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you had a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be about a yard or two short of the first here. He needed the 35 but didn't make it.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And an update from a game going on out in Denver. The Broncos have taken the early lead, and we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal, give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
Winston now to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. To throw is Winston. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop him with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's taken to the 26. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And an update from a game going on out in Denver. The Broncos have taken the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Hey, Zoo.
Carr now to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You're mine. Hey, Delta.
From the gun, Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Vita Vea able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home. And they'll stop him behind the line.
Down the tackle.
Okay,
Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
Now.
45, 45.
180. 180. We're good. 180. What's up?
On 2nd and 15 now. Carr is going to go for a big play now. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Jones. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Ready. Move ready. Easy.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. He's got Evans. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Are we really in the second half here? And this is the first time we've seen Jameis Winston connect with Mike Evans?
Yeah, you know that they missed that in the first half. Up until this point, they've really missed it, haven't they?
I think that's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked up by Carl Joseph, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Now, you want it, You're mine.
On 3rd down, it's Jacobs. And he's got some space here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That good for 19 at a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Monday, down. Blue 80. Express.
I got you, son. Check. Press down. Press.
Low. That's it.
On first down, Carr on the screen. This is Cannon. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Down.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Down. Blue 80.
45. Right here.
Right Monday, down. General West. Watch the shit. Blue 80, shut.
From midfield, here's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh fighting the path to the QB there. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A beautiful fake. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way.
He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 35.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
56 is the mic. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full street. Check. Follow.
Winston now from the 50. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20. And a Buccaneer 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll throw again. Winston. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Caught by Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a carry for Jacobs. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They run it with Jacobs. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
This pass from Carr taken in by Waller. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Operating from the gun. Carr. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
We're good. 180. That's it.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the gun, Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Hauschka with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, but it's going to be 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Green, come and see. Green, come and see.
You go tight. You got tight right there. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Winston now. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Check 13. Check.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Carr going to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Carr got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Jacobs. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now, 180. 180, we're good. 180.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Jacobs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Levante David in on the tackle. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Oakland, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.